this, I'm disappearing for a little bit. I'm gonna have to go with
Your chin, get close.
for just a little bit.
You guys, Zendaya just dropped a bombshell that explains everything we've been seeing on this press tour. Like, I'm sorry, but everyone's been obsessing over the white bridal gowns and that gold band she wore to the Oscars, but we were looking at the wrong thing. She just announced her retirement in the most terrifying way possible. She didn't just say she's tired. She looked into the camera and said, "I'm disappearing."
But after this, I'm disappearing for a little bit. I'm gonna have to go.
As soon as the Euphoria finale drops. We're talking about the woman who has 4 massive blockbusters coming out this year alone. This isn't a vacation. She used the word hiding. And when I started looking at the pattern of what's been happening behind the scenes for the last 6 months, you guys, it gets so much worse. So the real question is Zendaya just taking a break, or is she quietly leaving Hollywood for good? You've seen the headlines, right? It's April 2026. Zendaya is everywhere. She is literally the air we breathe right now. The drama with Robert Pattinson literally just hit theaters last week. Euphoria Season 3, the show we've been waiting a literal lifetime for, is dropping in a few days on April 12th. She has Spider-Man, Brand New Day, and The Odyssey coming this summer. She is at the absolute peak, the summit, the top of the mountain, and then she says that.
For just a little bit.
Did you actually listen to what she said in that Fandango interview 2 days ago? She didn't say, "I'm taking a vacation." She didn't say, "I'm going to New York for a month." She looked directly into the camera with this look in her eyes that I can only describe as haunted, and she said, "After this, I'm disappearing for a little bit. I'm going to have to go into hiding." And I'm sitting there like, excuse me, disappearing? Like a magician? Like a ghost? You guys, this is insane. Why is no one talking about the fact that the biggest star on the planet just announced her own disappearance in the middle of a press tour? But wait, it gets so much weirder because I started digging, and the more I look at what's happened over the last 6 months, the more I realize this isn't a break. This is an exit. And honestly, we might never see her again. Tell me why I'm the only one freaking out right now. Like, what is actually happening? Okay, let's back up. Because you're probably thinking, Lael, she's just tired. She's been working since she was a Disney kid. And yeah, okay, valid, but tell me why. If she's just tired, she's been acting like a literal secret agent for the last half of 2025. Let's look at the breadcrumb trail. First of all, the social media. Have you guys checked her Instagram lately? No, seriously, go look. It's a graveyard. It is literally just professional posters and Law Roach tags. Where's the personality? Where's the Z? It's like she's already scrubbed herself from the digital world. It's like she's leaving a professional version of herself behind to handle the business, while the real Zendaya is already halfway out the door. And then there's the fashion. I'm sorry, but have we talked about the 2026 Oscars look? Everyone was screaming best dressed because of that custom white Louis Vuitton gown, but did you see the ring? Not just any ring, that gold band. The internet went into a literal meltdown. Is she married to Tom? Is she engaged? But wait. This is where it gets weird. Whenever a reporter asks her about it, and I watched every single clip, you guys, I am unwell. She didn't do the cute, bashful, oh, you know thing. She went cold. She performed mock surprise to Jimmy Kimmel and called the wedding photos AI. But then Law Roach, her literal architect, goes on the record and says, "The wedding already happened. You missed it." Is this a coincidence? Or is this a pattern? Because at the same time, rumors started swirling, allegedly, obviously, that she's been turning down massive contracts for 2027. You don't turn down the biggest roles in Hollywood unless you are done. Like, what is she planning? Is she moving to a farm in London with Tom? Is she becoming a professional photographer? Is she just gone? I'm sorry, but if I was about to make $20 million on another sequel, you wouldn't be able to disappear me with a literal crowbar, but she's just walking away in April 2026 at the height of her power. It's giving, I know something you don't know. And honestly, it's starting to feel like a problem. But wait, it gets worse. Because this isn't just about Zendaya. Is anyone else noticing that 2026 feels like the end of an era? Like, tell me why all the real stars are suddenly jumping ship. We saw the strikes. We saw the AI mess. We're seeing actors being replaced by digital ghosts. Zendaya even complained about those AI wedding photos to Kimmel, and then you have Zendaya, the most real person in the industry, saying she's disappearing. I have a theory, and you guys might think I'm crazy, but stay with me. What if this disappearance isn't her choice? I'm sorry, but look at the industry right now. It's toxic. It's messy. There are rumors, again, allegedly, of a massive fallout between Z and some high-level execs during the Spider-Man reshoots. People said she was difficult. But you know what difficult means in Hollywood, right? It means she stood up for herself. Is she being blackballed? Or is she blackballing them? Think about it. If you're Zendaya and you see the way the wind is blowing, if you see that Hollywood is becoming this weird, soul-sucking machine, wouldn't you want to disappear too? But this is where things change, because it's not just a career move. People are spotting her in the weirdest places. There were reports of her in a tiny, remote village in Italy last month. No security, no Law Roach, just a girl in a trench coat buying bread. You guys, if that was her, she's already gone. We're just watching the scheduled programming of a person who has already left the building. Does that not make your skin crawl? Like, we are sitting here waiting for Euphoria Season 3, and the lead actress is already living a second life in Tuscany? Am I the only one seeing this? It's a literal glitch in the celebrity matrix. And it gets even crazier. We have to talk about the Tom factor, because you cannot tell me that Tom Holland, the man who literally cannot keep a secret to save his life, has been this quiet for no reason. Have you noticed they haven't been seen together in public for months? Not a single paparazzi stroll? Not a single cute comment on Instagram until he posted that one support post for the drama? Some people think they broke up. I'm sorry, but I don't buy it. I think it's the opposite. I think they are protecting something. Remember in 2024 when she said she wanted to eventually have a family and step back? Well, eventually in Hollywood, time usually means I'm doing it right now, but I don't want you to know yet. Is she disappearing because there's a little Z on the way? Imagine the chaos. April 2026, she's on every billboard, she's in every movie, and she's secretly tucked away in a cottage somewhere, laughing at us while we analyze her red carpet dresses. But wait, if that's true, what does that mean for Euphoria? What does that mean for the MCU? If the anchor of Hollywood leaves, does the whole ship sink? Look at the panic in the trades. There are reports that studios are scrambling. Why would they be scrambling if their star was just taking a break? They're scrambling because they know what she meant by disappearing. They know she's not coming back for Spider-Man 5. They know the contract is shredded. This is where the pattern becomes a problem. Because if Zendaya, the most bankable, professional, perfect star, is quitting, who is left? Is this the great celeb exodus of 2026? Are we watching the death of the movie star in real time? Like, I'm actually getting emotional thinking about it. Tell me why this feels like a breakup with the entire concept of Hollywood. Okay, I'm going into the deep end now, total speculation territory, but you guys, I can't shake this. What if the disappearing isn't about family? What if it isn't about burnout? What if it's about the drama? That movie, it's not just a rom-com, is it? People who have seen the early screenings say it's a dark comedy that's too real, that it exposes things about the industry that people weren't supposed to see. Did Zendaya use her final project to blow the whistle? Is she disappearing because she has to? But look at her last 3 interviews. She keeps using words like freedom, truth, and escaping the cage. You guys, this is insane. We're treated like fans, but we're actually witnesses to a slow-motion escape. And the wildest part, we're helping her do it. We're buying the tickets, we're watching the shows, we're giving her the exit money she needs to never have to look at a camera again. I'm terrified because what is Hollywood without Zendaya? A bunch of AI-generated TikTokers in superhero suits? No thanks, but seriously, think about the timing. April 2026. The world is watching her every move. And she's using that attention to say goodbye. It's the ultimate quiet luxury move. She's not going out with a bang, she's going out with a whisper. I'm disappearing. I keep hearing those words in my head. Like, what is she not telling us? What is behind that bridal press tour aesthetic? Is she marrying the life she actually wants and divorcing the life we gave her? I'm literally spiraling. I need to stop. I don't know, you guys. Maybe I've spent too much time on the deep web today. Maybe she's just going to Hawaii for a month and I'm overanalyzing a single sentence. But what if I'm not? What if this is the last time we ever see her on a red carpet? Look at the way she looked at the fans at the Paris premiere. It wasn't a see you later look. It was a thank you for everything look. But wait, because this is where the rabbit hole actually hits the bottom. Tell me why, if Zendaya is disappearing, her inner circle is acting like they just won the lottery? I'm talking about Law Roach. You guys, we have to talk about the architect, because in March 2026, right before the Oscars, he posted that cryptic story that said, "The masterpiece is finished. Time to close the gallery." At the time, we all thought he was talking about her dress. We were so obsessed with the white silk and the vintage Bulgari that we missed the literal writing on the wall. Is it possible that Zendaya isn't just quitting acting, but she's actually buying her freedom? Think about it. There are whispers, allegedly, don't sue me, that she's been quietly moving her money into a private production equity firm. Like, she's not leaving the industry. She's becoming the person who owns the industry. She's tired of being the face on the poster that everyone critiques. She wants to be the one holding the pen. Look at her face in the last Spider-Man press junket. She looked like she was counting down the seconds until her contract expired. This isn't a girl who's sad to be leaving. This is a girl who just finished a 15-year prison sentence in the Disney to Marvel pipeline. Is she hiding, or is she just finally going somewhere where we can't perceive her every move? Because disappearing doesn't mean you stop existing. It just means you stop being available. And for someone like Zendaya, who has been hunted by cameras since she was 13, that is the ultimate luxury. But wait, if she's the one pulling the strings from the shadows now, what happens to the projects she left behind? It's treating her like she's our property. We tracked the ring, we tracked the bump rumors, we tracked her flights to London. We pushed her until she literally had to say, "I'm going into hiding." So here is the big question, the one I'm actually scared to ask. If Zendaya disappears and the A-list as we know it officially dies in 2026, are we the ones who killed it? I'm not even kidding. If she never comes back, if April 2026 is the last time we see that smile on a red carpet, was it worth the gossip? Was it worth the constant pressure? Tell me what you think in the comments. Am I crazy? Am I the only one seeing the pattern? Or is Zendaya actually pulling off the greatest vanishing act in the history of fame? Is she pregnant? Is she already married? Or is she just done? Because disappearing doesn't sound like someone who's planning to come back for a sequel. I don't think we're getting the full story yet. I think something massive is about to drop. Something that's going to make this disappearance make sense. And honestly, I don't think I'm ready for it. Smash the like button if you're as stressed as I am. Comment disappearing if you've noticed the glitches too. And stay tuned, because I'm hearing rumors about Taylor Swift's next move and it fits the same pattern. Is everyone leaving? I'll see you in the next one.